Today on the channel, we head back to the vault. Beautiful this time of year for the Ringside Collectibles WWE Mattel Elite exclusives with Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite from the Vault Series 2 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Shawn Michaels, we got Kevin Nash, aka Diesel. But for all your Kevin Nash and Diesel needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to kick it off with old Kevin Nash here. A re-release, as these all are, of course, but this one taking it all the way back to WWE Mattel Elite Series 16. A heck of a long time ago. Almost 100 series ago, if you think about it. So a long time since we've got this one. And I always did like this one. This is one of my favorite Diesel figures we've ever had. We did do a countdown on the channel once upon a time, but I believe this was pretty high on the list. This one got some improvements, of course, with the extra hands and 2 title belts this time. Very cool to see in action figure form here. But we got his name down there, of course, 8 and up on this one. Watch out, you 7-year-olds. WWE True Effects Elite Ringside Collectibles. On the side, Diesel running wild, of course. Diesel running wild over here like a young Rio as well. On the back, we got the tail of the tape, got the blurb, we got the glamour shot, we got the cross-sell, unboxing every single one of these on the channel. Make sure you do subscribe, jibber jabber down there as well. See what it says about old Diesel here. Height 6'10", 328 pounds. Titles WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion. Did you know Diesel first won his WWE Championship at Madison Square Garden after pinning Bob Backlund in only 8 seconds? And I remember that just being really wild. It was also really wild that Bob Backlund was the champion at a time when I was a kid. He felt like he was just ancient, old as time. It felt like my grandpa in the ring is what it felt like, and he was like 35 at the time, something ridiculous like that. So very wild what is time, especially when you're a little kid, as we know. But Kevin Nash, Diesel, they always said one of the worst drawing champions in the WWE history. I could see that, as it really was a downtime for me. I still watched, but it was almost out of habit instead of I wanted to. See you later, goodbye. It felt that way for me, and I like big guys. I like big guys as champions. I don't know what was going on at the time where it wasn't clicking with everybody. And there he is in the plastic prison, ready to go. Of course, locked in all over the place. We've got to cut him out of this plastic prison. So much plastic, so much prison, so much Kevin Nash, so much Big Sexy right here is what it is. But we're going to get him out of the package here. Old Big Sexy Kevin Nash Diesel, ready to go. We got extra hands, extra title belts. Extra title belts? Sure, why not? Extra. There we go. There we go. Plastic prison. Oh, almost forgot the hands. There we go. See you later. Goodbye. Off to the side. The old scissors. Hardest working scissors in the game, as we know. Let's get down to business. So we do got a gripping hand, and we got the old fist hand up in the air. Got the exact opposites over here. Choose your own fist adventure is what you can do. We do get the World Tag Team title belt. Of course, him and Shawn Michaels. I thought that was really wild when he had both title belts at the same time. Thought it was really cool as well. But that is the classic tag team title. My favorite tag team title of all time. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But now we got old Diesel Kevin Nash out of the package. I'm going to try to remove this title belt from him on there pretty good. There we go. So it is the Winged Eagle, much like the tag team title. This is my championship. Love the Winged Eagle. Looks really cool. Definitely a must-have with him as well. But now we're going to dive into the figure. Now, we do get this vest. As I always say, how do you make him feel as different as possible? You could remove this vest, and I guess I could pull the old one out right now. You could remove the vest, as I have the vest on the old one. Remove that, makes it feel a little bit different, of course. Makes it feel like a different character. I don't know about different character, but a different look for the character. Head sculpt here, it is improved, but it is still the old-timey kind of coloring to the face and hair. It's much more animated, much more stylized than the true effects, it feels like to me. So interesting when you compare this against a modern Mattel guy, a Carmelo Hayes or something. It almost looks like the faces are from different toy lines. There's something special about this face on this one, though, as well. So similar to the last one, the hair looking a little bit different. No, I guess it is the same hair. I thought it was a little different. It isn't. Maybe a little darker, and that could be just lightening up over time, I'm imagining. Face is a little bit different. I think it's new coloring going on. Besides that, you got pretty much identical outside of the articulation. It looks to be pretty much the exact same thing. You do get a little bit more detail on the back of the vest and on the vest on the new one compared to the old, so that's a way to tell them apart, I would say. You got the same pants going on, even down to the pin joints on the lower half here. So very similar between the two. You got the gloved hand, you got the black wrist tape as well. Not a ton of meat on the bone here. Extra articulation up top, and then you got the extra hands, you got the extra title belt and the tag team title belt. That's pretty much the big difference between the two, and a little bit of change in the face, we'll say, with this one here. Now, of course, articulation arms go around for us, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, hands removable back forth side to side, head removable back forth side to side, got the ab crunch, got the waist articulation, got those big old Kevin Nash splits, got to be careful there. Legs do go up, thigh cut, double jointed, pin knees on this one, and then you get the ankles a little bit back and forth side to side. Looking like a big bad biker is what he's kind of looking like. Or wasn't he supposed to be like a truck driver? What was he supposed to be exactly? I kind of always thought truck driver, but he kind of screams more of a guy on a Harley or something is what he looks like here. But a big dude and a guy that made his way in professional wrestling, as we do know as well. Love the gray tank top underneath, of course. Just a nice figure. It is a good figure. I don't think you could do much better this era right here. Fitting really good on a ringside stand as well. I did bring out another one. Possibly one of my favorite basic figures of all time is basically this without the vest is what this is. But it's a very similar figure, as you can imagine. But I always did really like this one. I believe it came with a 2-pack in the Battle Pack series way back in the day. So I always displayed this one with the world title belt, and I displayed this one with the tag team title belt. That's how I made them different. So I guess this new one, he's going to be displayed with both, is the way I'm going to go with this one here. So there it is, old Diesel, Kevin Nash, riding in style, way back from Elite 16, like I said, almost 100 series ago. How many people were collecting back in Elite Series 16 that are watching this video? I'd be interested to hear that for sure. But now we're going to turn our attention over to Shawn Michaels, old HBK himself. A very interesting one right here, as this one beforehand was a ringside collectible exclusive, and now this one's a ringside collectible exclusive. So very kind of crazy to think how that has went, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of improvements we get with this one as well. Crazy, back in the day, this one, when it was a ringside exclusive, it went to pretty heavy clearance at the time. So crazy how that kind of works, and now here we are many years later, back in style with new packaging. Of course, the Vault style packaging. We know it, we love it, we want some more of it, maybe, but it is a nice trip down memory lane, giving us early Mattel era feelings is what it gives us. Shawn Michaels there, 8 and Up, Window Box, True Effects, WWE, Ringside, Elite Collection. Shawn Michaels. Then on the back, got the tail of tape, got the blurb, got the cross sell, got the jibber jabber. Let's see what it says about old Shawn Michaels back here. Height, 6'1", 225 pounds. Titles, WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion. Did you know, after winning the European Championship, Shawn Michaels became the first superstar to win all 4 major WWE titles? Why, yes, I did know that. And I wish the European title came with this figure. It does not, though, as we know. See you later, goodbye. He's got his full-on DX regalia going on. And I remember the old one, it was tough to get on and off. It's one of those things, I would take it off once, I never want to put it back on. It might be the case with this one as well. Not the easiest to get on and off, if I remember correctly there. But he is locked down with some twist ties as well. Kind of a common theme we're seeing here. Plenty of extra hands for this one. That is one of the big differences with this whole line, as we've seen. Pretty much every single one of these characters outside of Paul Heyman did not have that option. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Down to business here with old Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. I'll pull this title belt off. Oh, he's locked in with some more of that rubber band action. Makes sense. Who's locking these rubber bands at the factory? Who's doing all this work? That's what I want to know. Who's locking all these in? Or is it a machine that does it, I wonder? And the more you know. The more you know. But you got the rubber band there off to the side. See you later. We do get the Winged Eagle once again. 2 figures with the Winged Eagle back to back. That's pretty cool. Like I said, classic title belt. Can't do wrong with that title belt if you ask me. 2 fisted hands, 2 splayed out hands, 2 gripping hands. Choose your own Shawn Michaels hand adventure right there. And now we get old HBK Shawn Michaels out of the package, and I believe this head sculpt is way different. I do appreciate that, I will say that. But we got Shawn out of the package. And this head sculpt, he's got a little smiling look. Did we get this with one of the Ultimates in the past, maybe? Got the braided long hair in the back, kind of a cocky, sly smile going there. A little dead in the eyes with the hair all slicked back. And I'll grab this Shawn. Yeah, very different. I appreciate that. So I appreciate that with Mattel. They're giving us basically the same figure with upgrades, but we got a totally different head with this one. Now, you can move the heads back and forth if you wanted to. You could also display this one without all the regalia on, just have him in his wrestling gear, have this one like this. That might be the way to go with this one for me. I might just do it, display it like this, plain with everything off of it, have this one all ready to go. So, very cool, very different though. This is a glaring change, one of the biggest glaring changes I think in this line so far. I really like that. I like that they mix that up with a different head. I think that is pretty cool. Now, I couldn't even remember which head is more accurate. I'm guessing this one's more accurate, but I do like that one. And something about this one I always liked, the hair flowing down though. But it does look good. Both of them do look good. Love the soft goods, soft plastic accessories over the top on here. How about that? We'll work it that way. But the plastic accessories are very nice. One and done just for this figure. So you know they've got to get the most out of their molds. But it took a while. They finally did. But looking good with the nice soft plastic throughout. Got the DX logos, the hearts, all that kind of stuff that we get with Shawn Michaels. Of course, DX, HBK on his butt there. I talked about the hair already. He does got the wrist tape going on onto the hand tape in black, looking nice. Articulation can be the same between both these. Arms all the way around, bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows, hands back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation. You got a little, is that ab crunch? It almost looks like, is that an ab crunch or is it the hula hoop? I can't tell. That's weird. It's all blocked in here. I guess there's only one way to find out. You got to remove this a little bit. Holy cow. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. It is. It is the hula hoop, isn't it? Why can't I? Oh, no. It's the ab crunch. Jeez, playing with my mind right there. And I can't get these unsnapped, which is kind of weird, which means they're going to be even harder to get back on, I imagine. We got the traditional ab crunch there. You do got the splits. You are limited by his chaps here. Like a young Bret Michaels of Poison is what it looks like. Leg does go up. You got to be careful with articulation on these chaps, though. That's all you want to do is rip the plastic, tear the plastic. Double jointed, pinless knees on here. I like that. Thigh cuts, of course. Ankles back and forth, side to side. The usual articulation we would get with the Mattel Elites. And he should fit on a ringside collectible stand. Yes, he does. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands, as we always do say. But looking good. Shawn Michaels. I will say, too, one thing I noticed, especially on the top, a little bit more dull on the silver on the top on the shoulders, a little brighter silver on this one here. A brighter silver on this one as well onto the legs. Got the DX logo. Brighter with the silver on there. So a little brighter on the old one compared to the new. I think I prefer the brighter look, but your mileage may vary, once again, as I always say. But there it is, old Diesel, Shawn Michaels, 2 peas in a pod, tag champs once upon a time as well. Back into the saddle again in the Vault Series 2. What are your guys' thoughts on these two? Pickups, passes, long games, no games, not enough meat on the bone for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. We get even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, now available on Kindle. So for Diesel and Shawn Michaels in the Vault 2, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.